Hey everybody, this is Chaz Says Anything. It's August 21st, 2023, episode 14. Back from my vacation, but not the Yankees. So, if you like what you see or hear, click subscribe. Subscribe on the button on the bottom right corner. You think, if I was on vacation, you think I'd be relaxed, right? I have to start with WTF because this past week of Yankee baseball has been pathetic, apathetic, ridiculous. I'm actually trying to think of more adjectives as I go along. Maybe I'll think of some. It's been a joke. I haven't watched it since last Saturday. It was before or after I went to the Somerset Patriot game. I think it was before, and it's they're just bad. They can't hit. I've been reading every report, every update of. I get updates every Yankee game, and what I don't understand is the fact that the upper management from Boone up lets this go. They say they don't, but you still have Stanton in the lineup. You still have a lineup of Josh Donaldson who's not hitting. I mean, not Josh Donaldson, DJ LeMahieu. Let me go to stats I pulled up today from before today's game. Okay, I'm gonna add this to the stream. There we go. Take a look at this. So you can see, if you can see, you might have to expand your format. Aaron Judge has 24 home runs. Gleyber Torres 19, Giancarlo 18, Volpe 17, and on the way down from Rizzo, who's not obviously playing 12 now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys double digits. You think 7 guys double digits by August 21st isn't horrible? But the number one guy, and I know he's only played 70 games. I can see that right there. He's only played 70 games. But I'm sorry, that's and let's look at the average. 276. Not the worst, but his worst. I don't think he's batted 276 ever in a year. I'm not going to go into that. That's just too much to work. But now, if I go to games played, this I find interesting. So, Anthony Volpe has played the most games of any Yankee. The kid, batting 217. I get it. It's a little rough. But you know what? That's a necessary evil if you want your team to be better down the road. Gleyber Torres, 123 games. What's he batting? 267. Can't take him out. He's honestly gotten better and been better all year. Number 3, played 102 games. I don't think he's been hurt all year. Why is it only 102? That's number 1. Number 2, look at his batting average right here. 240. He's batting 240. I know there's not an IL for low batting average, but can we make up one? I mean, then you got IKF, 100 games. His batting average, 253. And it doesn't get any better. Look at where Stanton is. He's 10 with 74 games. So I know he's been hurt. But he's batting $1.99. Didn't we drop Sanchez for this? No, that took a while. I got you. And I love Stan. I'm a big proponent of Stan when he's playing right, when he's on the ball. He's not. Let's be real. He's not. I mean, we got to bring these kids up. They got to play. I mean, You go to the rest of them. Florial's only played one game, and they sent it back down. And I get Bader's got to play. Well, where's Bader? Hold on, Bader. Why am I not seeing Bader? Oh, there he is. Harrison Bader, 8th. He's got 66 hits in 75 games, batting .252. Not great numbers, but you know what? He should be your number one. I get Aaron Judge should be your number 2, but let's tinker with that a little bit. Why don't you make Volpe your number 2? Go center field, shortstop, 1, 2. Gee, sounds familiar. Derek Jeter. I'm not saying he's Derek, but you want a little consistency. That should be the consistency. And I don't know if the analytics go with this. I could be wrong. Maybe they don't. But Bader should be your constant center fielder. Left field, give it to Florial. Let him play like you've put in Volpe. Volpe, 124 in games, 217 batting average. He's got 89 hits. It's 3rd on the team. Glaber's got 124. Glaber's the only one on the team over 100 hits. And not by a lot. Anthony Rizzo, 91. And he's not coming back for another 2 weeks. Although there are reports that he's doing better. The Yankees have to get a clue. The Yankees need to figure this out. If not for this year, do it for next year. Figure something out. You're 60 and 64. If I said I have to look. I don't know if I got that right. I don't know. It doesn't show their record here. I'd have to go to. Let's see. Can I get a record? No. Schedule tickets. No. I'm almost positive. Yes, it's 64 games. Anthony Volpe's. Excuse me. I got an itch. Anthony Volpe has played every game. If I'm doing the math right, Volpe's played every game. I'm at my wit's end with this. Yankees, you want people to show up. I heard, and I have a source. I have a coworker who went to the game on Friday against the Red Sox. And I heard about this before he even told me, but then his actual description of what happened confirmed what I read. In how after Stanton struck out in the 6th inning or 7th inning, it was the end for 10,000 fans who left the building. How? Cash. Did you see it? Somebody need. I don't think Aaron Boone saw it because he's managing a game. It's his job to manage the game. It's not his job to give a shit. I cursed, whatever. I don't care about what's going on in the fans. Okay? It's up to Cash. You need to bring the players in to fix this. And now, from what I'm seeing, you're bringing in Andy Pettitte to help your pitchers. That's great. Let's get some pitching to help the pitchers. Rodon hasn't done jack. 6 years, 160 million, hasn't done jack. I'm done waiting for this guy to show up. He's 0-2 since his comeback, the 2 comebacks he's had. I'm done. You got Cortez, who's in and out. Cole's your only solid guy. And if he has a bad game, we are FUCKED. It is what it is. We have a quadruple A team with big money guys. And it almost, I hate to say it, we need a better catcher. I love Higgy. Love Higgy. It really seems like Trevino was the guy. I mean, losing Trevino, and nothing bad about Ben Wardford. 21 games in 42 at-bats. He's batting .095. That's not good. Higgy, at least Higgy. Where's Higgy? 78 games. batting 232. That's what a backup catcher does. We need a legit catcher, and maybe that's Austin Wells. I know he's down in the system. He's either AAA or AA. I'm almost positive it's AAA, but I might have seen him a couple weeks ago at AA. I don't remember. I was more kind of wanting to see Jason Dominguez. Yeah, the next 5 weeks. Thank God there's football. Thank God there's football. You know, I'm breaking this out. No, number 5, Steve Weatherford. Thank God there's football. I get off Yankees right now. If I go off anymore, I'm gonna have a fit with the SHIT in front of it, and I don't need my blood pressure to go up. I'm already on blood pressure pills, so that's a whole nother story. Okay, so we got. I don't want that. Power rankings for baseball. I think that this is. Hold on. Let me turn this off. It's probably this. Seriously. 1 second, people. There we go. You know what happened? It's on CBS.com, and they have these damn videos. Anyway, so the MLB Power Rankings are as such. Go through it here. Braves 1, Dodgers 2, Orioles 3, Rays 4. A little surprised Rays are 4, honestly. They it's not they've been on a slump. They really should be down. It says they're up 2. I guess they've had a couple of good games. So obviously, it's good. It's going to be top 12, right? For what the teams are that are in. Rangers, they got a decent team. They traded for a decent team, although from what I've seen, Scherzer has not done well. Mariners 6, Astros 7. They've dropped 2 because they've lost more than a few games over the last week. I'd love to see them fall. Blue Jays 8, Brewers 9, Phillies 10, and it got a good win last night. Wait, did they win? No, they didn't. I think Washington won. So the Phillies are down. They are 67-57. I'll get into what I saw last night a little bit later. Red Sox 11. Red Sox 11. Go figure that one out. The team that just beat the Yankees, Red Sox are 11. Yankees drop 8 straight. Oh, yeah, he's got to defend himself. What a damn shame. Anyway, and then Cubbies are 12. So, gee, let's find the Mets and the Yankees. So Yankees are 20. What a pathetic month that's written. They dropped 3. They're 60-64. I was right. The Mets are closer to a playoff spot than the Yankees. What a pathetic month. At times, it looks like they're quitting. CBS sports writers are saying this. Writers all over the place are saying this. The Yankees are quitting. I don't see how. I don't see why. They mostly got kids. Why are the kids quitting? And then where's the Mets? 24. Let me say this, and I'll get to the Mets now. The Mets have won 5 of the last 7 games. Okay. I don't know about this minor league, whatever positive test, but look at these last 7 games. Pirates beat 2 out of 3, lost their game 7-4. Cardinals won 3 of 4. Now Cardinals, I get they're bad, but they beat them 4-2, 7-1, 13-2, and they lost 7-3 yesterday. The Mets are halfway decent with a nothing team. Pete Alonso and Senga and a couple scraps. I mean, they're better, and they're looking on a better level. Now, granted, they're not making the playoffs either. It's not going to be a thing, I think, for the Mets either. I just, going forward at 58-67, that's not something that warrants any fandom to think that they have a shot at anything. I mean, they'd have to literally go on a 13-0 run. So 13 wins gets them 71 to 71-67. That could do something. I don't know. But, it's good for the Mets. They seem to be on the right track. Hopefully they'll be on the right track through into next year, where we have a lot more on the Yankee side we have to go to. All right, so I have predictions. I know I've talked to some people. I know some people are waiting for this. I did make predictions for the Giants and the Eagles. I'm going to do live predictions with the Cowboys and Jets because I haven't done them yet. I haven't had time. I just got back to work. I didn't do it before. When I went to work, I was talking to a couple people at work who are Cowboys fans. They want my opinion on what they think after I told them what I think the Giants are. And I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to hear from a lot of people. And remember this, they're predictions. Okay? They're not actual reality things. That's going to come down the road. It's my prediction of what I think is going to happen. Am I a little biased? There might be a bias here or there of what I think about Jones, what I think about my receiver core, what I think about my defense, even special teams, which actually I think we were very good on special teams. So here we go. Giants prediction 14-3. Okay, 14-3. Our 3 losses that I see, and I have it right here. I wrote it down. I actually wrote it down. And like I said, I'm gonna write the Jets and Cowboys one too. So I have us losing 3, like I said, at San Francisco week 3. It's a back-to-back Sunday into Thursday game. Sunday the 17th, Thursday the 21st. At Arizona, at San Francisco. I think we can beat Arizona. Going to San Francisco after that is going to be tough. I don't think we're going to be able to score more than 3 touchdowns. I got them losing 35-21. That's my first loss. My second loss is the Jets. Week 8, 10-29, the 1 o'clock game. I'm a little surprised it's a 1 o'clock game. If they had flex, they might flex that game. That's going to be a pretty good game. I cannot wait. Hey, Mary, if you want to invite me over, we can have, a back and forth. And Mary, I think, if Mary Jones, Beth's sister, big Jets fan. If you want to invite me over, we can do that. But I do have the Jets beating the Giants. Mary, I think you'll like that. Now, coming to week 8, I'm going to change my mind. I guarantee it. I'll think we'll win. But right now, I got us losing 31-28 to the Jets. My third loss, and I'll go over the wins, and I know the Cowboys fans are going to get a little upset with me. The third loss I got is week 16. Christmas Day, I apologize. Christmas Day at 4:30 at Philadelphia. I have us losing 31-21. I think that's legit. Now, here are the wins, which I know people, I'm not going to give scores. So win week 1, Dallas. Win week 2 at Arizona. Win week 4 home to Seattle. A win at Miami. A win at Buffalo. I have a Dolphin fan already telling me that I'm a little biased and out of my mind thinking that. I got them winning 27-10. I don't see much out of out of Miami. Period. Tua, will he still be here for weeks? What week is this? Week 5? Will he still be here? We'll see. At Buffalo. All right, Rebecca. I know if you watch this, my ex-wife, big Buffalo Bills fan. I think we're going to Buffalo and we're winning. We got the old Buffalo staff. We got players who are going to be psyched for this game. It should be a win for us. And then the week after that, 10-22. We have a pretty good October, I think, up until the Jets. Washington at home, I think we could beat them 27-20, if not better. Then I got us beating at Vegas and at Dallas. So I got us winning in New York, and I got us winning in Dallas. Now, the Dallas game, I got us winning only by 3. It's a 4:25 game. So, and it's in November. You got to show up in November, and I think they will. At Vegas, at Dallas, at Washington. Back 3 games in a row on the road. I think we win. I think for us to do well, we need to win those games. Giants, if you get this, if you hear this, we need to win those games in November. I'll get back to November, I'm sure. And then the last November game is New England at home. I think we can beat New England. I mean, let's be real. December, Green Bay. I think at home at our place with Green Bay with Jordan Love, he'll have done better probably. But I think we can beat that. At New Orleans, that's where I might lose that. I got us winning 27-21. I don't think New Orleans is good, but they've proven me incorrect before. And then I got us losing, obviously, to the Eagles on the 25th. But the last 2 games we need for us to get to that 14, home to the Rams, home to the Eagles. And I got us winning by the same score, 35-28 each game. I think Daniel Jones is going to have a year. In my heart, in my soul, he's got the weapons. Saquon's back. If Saquon runs for 1,500 yards, and I'm praying to God I get the first pick because I'm in my football pool, let everybody know I go number 1. I'm taking Saquon. I don't care about McCaffrey. I think he's good, but he's also injury prone. So is Saquon. But on September 5th, in my draft, if I'm number 1, Saquon's coming off the board. I think he could have a 1,500-yard year. Just saying. And I think, honestly, I think Daniel Jones could have a 600-yard year with 4,000 yards of throwing. With all those weapons, he can throw for 4,000 yards. It's not going to make him elite, but it'll make him sufficient enough to do what he's got to do. And that'll make him 14-3. So this is where it gets interesting. I also predicted the Eagles go 14-3. Now, how crazy is that? 14-3 for 2 teams in the NFC East. Let's see how I did that. Now, the 3 losses I got them losing to the Jets in week 6. That's going to be the shocker of that week. Now, if I'm correct, the Jets play us week 8. Okay, so I don't know. And we play the Buffalo Bills. So we're going to Buffalo. I think we're beating Buffalo. I think this loss is going to be bigger in week 6 than the Giants beating Buffalo. And I got them losing 28-24 at Giants Stadium. They're going to be on such a high, beating at New England, beating Minnesota, beating at Tampa Bay, beating Washington, and then they have to go on the road to the Rams and beat, and I think they'll beat the Rams. But here's the thing, they've got to come back home. They got to come back to the East Coast. They got to fly. And I know that these guys, they get paid. This is what they do. Something always happens. There's always a blip. There's something that's going to happen that the Eagles are going to forget themselves in LA and come to MetLife. And it's 10-15, October 15th. Could there be a nasty rainstorm? It's possible. Anything's possible. 28-24, I think they lose. That's their first loss. Second loss for the Eagles. Second loss. Comes week 11 after their bye. Not many teams lose after their bye. It's going to be close. That's why I think they get the loss. It's going to be close. They play in Kansas City, retread of the Super Bowl from last year. But now in Kansas City's home. I think Kansas City comes out 3 points. They win by 3. That nobody can argue with me on. I mean, not even Philly. That to make that a loss, I see that as a loss. I see a bunch of other wins, and then I see them lose again I think they're going 0-2 in MetLife this year because they're playing the Giants on January 7th, 2024 in week 18. I really think it's 35-28 they lose that game because they're home twice 12-25, 12-31. Holidays both at home. I think they win at home, but then they got to go on the road. It's not far. And they're probably going to be done. But and this is the thing. This is what makes it interesting. From how I'm saying it, the Giants have to win to tie them. They'll already have 14 wins. I think the Giants will beat them and tie them, and we're going to go to some ridiculous tiebreaker. I don't know what it is. It's going to be a ridiculous tiebreaker. But that's what I got. I hope that was entertaining enough, and I hope I got nobody out watching right now, but I'm going to promote the what out of this. So I'll do the Jets real quick. Okay? Do it right here. So the Jets' first game, Buffalo Bills at home. I think they win that game. I'll just put win. I need a marker that works. That would help. Do it in red. All right. So that's a win. I think that's a win in Buffalo, or at home against Buffalo. Then they're going to Detroit. No, not Detroit. Dallas. Sunday night at Dallas. I think that's a win. I truly think Dallas is not going to be good this year. That's going to be 0-2 for Dallas against two New York teams. That can you imagine the storyline? Dallas loses back-to-back to New York teams. If it happens, you heard it here first. Okay, week 3. They got to play New England. I don't think New England's good. That's a win. Okay. Versus Kansas City. So Kansas City's coming to them. That's interesting. Kansas City's coming to the Jets. I'll go loss. I think Kansas City's that good. It's going to be real tough to beat them this year. Unless something happens. It's going to be real tough to beat them. Broncos next week. That's a win. Eagles. I've already said that's a win. So here's the Jets, and I didn't see this before, and you know what? It makes me feel better that I did this. I think the Jets beat the Eagles. Guess what? They got a bye the week after. So they're at home against Philly. They're on a bye. Then they stay in MetLife, but they're the away team against the Giants. How am I wrong to think that the Jets don't win this game? I will be picking the Giants that day. There's no don't get me wrong, but this, for predictions, I'm going win. So at Chargers, see that could be tough. They got a team out there. 8:15 Monday night game. You know what? I think Aaron Rodgers, he loves Monday night, and that's the thing with the Jets that is going to help them to want to do something or be able to think that they can do something is Aaron Rodgers. Oh, I should have actually moved that. The Jets, I really think are going to be this good. So let's see. At Raiders after that on Monday night. So Sunday night football after Monday night football. I got to think that's a win. I mean, it's going to be close, but that's a win. Then they got to go Sunday at Buffalo. After already beating Buffalo in MetLife, and this is going to be the CBS game of the week. You're going to see Tony Romo on that one. I'll go loss. Jets. I'm giving you a loss on that one. Now you're going to Prime Video. This is the game of the year that NFL is promoting. Why they put Miami in it, I don't know. But it's the Jets versus Miami at MetLife at 3:00 on Prime Video on Friday after Thanksgiving. I think that's an easy win for the Jets. I think the Jets need to take it to the jugular on that game. You have 4 days. Basically, you're not playing Thanksgiving. You're playing the next day. So you have an extra day of figuring this out. And I know coaches do that. I have faith in every coach who knows what they're doing to get it done. So that's going to be a win. Atlanta, they're not They're not bad, but they're not to that Jets level. That's a win. Houston, that's a win. Although that's a trap game. Don't think going into that game, Houston's coming in. I've seen Houston come into MetLife before. Now, granted, they've had better teams. Houston, the Texans have had better teams coming into MetLife. Don't let Houston trap you, Jets. I don't know what week that is. It doesn't tell me, but it tells me it's 12-3. Okay, so that's a trap game. At Miami the week after, unless they're done, the Dolphins could be done by then. I'm going to go win. Washington Commanders, that's a win. At Cleveland, week 17. I would think Cleveland's going to be done. I don't have faith that the AFC Central is going to be anything but more than Cincinnati and Baltimore. Pittsburgh, sorry, you're not there yet. Unless Pickett and whoever are the legit team, the legit 1-2 combination you got, I just don't see it. So I have to go even at. And then at Patriots, when you've got 15 wins, I think it's 15. It's 2 losses. 2 losses in 17 weeks. No, 16 weeks. So that's 14. So they're 14-2 going into that Patriots game. I'm going to go win, but it's going to be close because I don't think they're playing Rodgers. So 15-2. 15-2 for the Jets. That's my prediction. Let me add that here. 15-2. Save. And we show it again. That's my prediction. Jets, 15-2. You destroy the AFC East. And my guess, you probably are the champions because the Bills aren't. I think the Bills are taking a slight step back, like 13 wins, 12 wins. I think this is the Jets year to dominate. I'm not, and I'm not saying this because I've been watching Hard Knocks. On paper, through them talking, and maybe it's because there's been more reaction about the Jets. That's just a reasonable number for me, 15-2. I think the New York, New Jersey, lower Pennsylvania area are going to have fun going through December. Just my thought. Okay, now we go to the team that I got asked to do today because I have friends that are Dallas Cowboy fans who want to see this. So Giants, that's an L. Jets, that's an L. Arizona, that's a win. I think they can beat Arizona. I don't think Arizona's going to do well. New England, I'll go win. San Francisco, L. Chargers, L. Rams at home on October 9th at 12. Oh, they're home. That's at 12 p.m., so it's 1 p.m. our time. I think that's a win. Eagles, loss. Giants, loss. Carolina, that's got to be a win. Commanders, that's a win. Seattle, that's a win. I think Seattle's taking a step back and Carroll's gone. That's just a prediction as well. We'll see how right I am on that. Eagles, obviously, that's a loss. At Bills, they got no shot against the Bills. I'm sorry, Dallas. You don't got a running game big enough to get anything there. Okay. At Miami. So Dallas at Miami. Wow. Paul and Tim are going to be at each other's throats. But I think, let's see, how many wins we got for Dallas so far? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 2, 4, 6. So at this point, I got Dallas at 6-8 with 3 games to go. At Miami, Detroit, at Washington. And you're 6-8. Yeah, you can go 9-8. I'll give you the 3 wins. Win. 9, and 8. Okay. I know Dallas fans are not going to be happy about this, and who knows? I actually might get this one right. Not saying I'm not going to get the others right, but I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, coming down the road. Let's see, 9, 8, and you're going to win 3 in a row to do that. Save, and then Rico. There's my prediction, Dallas fans. 9 and 8, and you got to win the last 3 to get to 9 and 8. So that'd be 6 and 8 going into that. It's going to be a tough year. Jerry hasn't brought in a team that is solid enough to play a good season. I don't think so. So every Dallas fan that wants to poo-poo me and say I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm biased. I'll give you respect when your team plays right, and watch throughout the season. If I'm wrong, trust me, I'll say I'm wrong. But right now, I don't see anything. I'll tell you right now, I don't see any players I'm drafting out off of the Cowboys. I could be wrong. I don't see it, though. Not even their defense is good. I'll pick the Giants and Jets defense and Bills defense over the Cowboys every day, the way they're playing right now. So, and now I thought that last year, too, and the Giants just screwed me up, but that was last year. So, another thing with the Eagles, real quick. I saw this. This might hurt the Eagles a little bit. Eagles linebacker Miles Jack abruptly retires, according to Ian Rappaport yesterday. Veteran linebacker Miles Jack informed the Eagles that he plans to retire after 7 seasons and 617 tackles. Jack signed with Philly during camp, and now we'll hang him up. What happened? I'm like, there's nothing else that's been stated about this. And that hurts the defense a little bit, not a lot. They're going to be, this defense is going to be ferocious. You have a young Georgia Bulldog back, defense. And we know what any college person knows what Georgia did. I still think they'll get the 14-3. Could they lose a couple? Yeah. I mean, there's a couple because their defense, they get outscored. It's possible. I hope not for my sake, because God help me if I have to hear Beth. If they start losing 31-28 every game, this is going to be a madhouse in this house. Just saying. See, if the Giants lose, I get upset. If the Eagles lose, it's war. Just saying. This is what I live with. This is what I love. See, it sounds like I guess it sounds like I might be upset about this. Reverse. Absolute reverse. I love the passion she has about football. Don't get me wrong. And I hope to God that the men that are watching have the same passionate wife, even though she's not my wife yet, passionate wife about football that I have. Would I love it if she was a Giant fan? Yeah, that would be the best. But you know what? This is what I love about her more than anything else, is her passion. And whether it's football, me, kids, whatever, she's got a passion for it. She there's no bones about it with her. And she's vocal. Like you saw what she did last season when the Dallas fans just unnerved her, or she's friends with, or I'm friends with, that unnerved her to the point she had to get on and say something. It's probably not going to happen this year because this is a tighter area that I'm in at the moment. But, maybe she can go to the other computer behind me. We can, I can bring her in. She can have her own screen. Either way, this, and I'm flailing off here, but yeah, from the Miles Jack thing. But this is what I hope for everybody out there, for their significant others, that they have a woman or significant other, could be a man, that is as passionate about what you love to talk about and watch every day. She is, absolutely is. I wanted to do this off the Jets, but I'll do it off of the Cowboys. That's fine. So I watched a little bit of Hard Knocks. I think actually I saw the whole thing. So I don't. It was very what's the word I'm looking for? Profane. A lot of F words. I mean, every other word was F word. It sometimes was unnecessary. I think Salah needs to. Maybe it's just the editing of it too, but it was a lot of F bombs, and the offensive line issue, I think, was overblown. Now, granted, I didn't see their last preseason game. I got other things to do to watch a preseason game, especially where I wasn't interested. Like Hard Knocks is more interesting than preseason because it's more drama to an extent. But the offensive line problem going into Carolina, and they fixed it, and they basically shut out Carolina. What they did this week, I don't know. I'm curious what week 3 is going to be. Tomorrow nights, I usually watch it on Wednesday or Thursday. But yeah, episode 3 is going to be interesting after episode 2 with all the issues with the offensive line. That did seem to get fixed in the Carolina game. All right. So I want to do a little promotion here. Not of my podcast pool host stuff, at least not yet. So their Somerset Patriots are doing a tribute to the Black New York Yankees from the past. They've been doing it throughout the season, but supposedly they'd be honoring it. I must have missed it when I went to the Patriots game. Professional Negro League baseball teams based in New York City, Paterson, New Jersey, and Rochester, New York from 1932 to 1948. So on Sunday, August 27th, the home game for the Patriots, it's their second to last week at home, if I'm correct, too, because they go on the road for 2 more weeks and back home for 1. The game's going to be at 105 at TD Bank Ballpark. Will feature a tribute to the New York Black Yankees, a representation from Black-owned businesses and organizations for all fans to enjoy and celebrate. The first 1,000 fans in attendance will receive a commemorative baseball card strip featuring Black Yankees Clarence Fats Jenkins, Bill Speed Holland, and Clint Hawk Thomas. This is really cool. I wish I could go. I'm almost positive I'm doing something, at 105 on that Sunday. But to see that this team is doing that, going all the way back to the Montreal Royals of Jackie Robinson's time, that's pretty cool. I love the Somerset Patriots. They're one of the better run minor league organizations I've heard of. Okay, I now granted they are the closest, but I've paid attention to a few here and there. The ones there's ones in Vegas, there's ones all over the country. I don't know Trenton's now the independent one, which is fine, but I like promoting stuff like this. We'll get to that in a minute. Let me get back to this. So I love promoting if I can. And Somerset Patriots, if you're in this New Jersey area, Central Jersey, Northern Jersey, and even Southern, I know Southern Jersey has the Jersey Blue Claws, Jersey Shore Blue Claws, which is the Phillies single A, and they're run well too. I used to live down there. I used to go to those games. I saw Mariano Rivera and his kid play for the Baltimore Orioles organization in that stadium years ago. They're a very well-run organization, and anytime I get the chance to go down there, is fun. And usually one of my favorite radio stations and my favorite radio people, the 95.9 The Rat, they're always there promoting their stuff. I love The Rat, WRIT. That's one of the best rock radio stations in the world, not just the country, not just New Jersey, in the world. Love listening to The Rat. Anyway, okay, another self-promotion. But so like I said, if you get the Somerset Patriots this year, or if not next year, go. You want to, give me a buzz, I'll go too. The family loves to go. And if you got a suite, which I went to 2 weeks ago, I'm in like Flynn. I will go in a heartbeat. I got a comment already. Let's see. Nope, not that. But I don't even know what that symbol is. Start today. What is that? Let me know what team that is. I have no clue what that is. I do apologize, but I don't know what that symbol it means. So you're gonna have to give me a little help on that. All right, so I did my little self promotion. Now we're going to WWE headlines. It's already started. It's already 8:45, so certain things have happened. Here are the quick hits. Chad Gable looks to shush Gunther's intercontinental title reign. Now, this is going to be probably the last match, and honestly, I can't wait to see it. I'm not a big Chad Gable fan. I respect the guy; he's a great wrestler. But Gunther's reign needs to stop. I don't like the fact that certain guys from the past are losing their reigns. Remember Undertaker lost and all that. Oh, he gave me a comment back. Let's see. Oh, it's a rat. I couldn't even recognize it. Yeah, that's right. Okay, thanks, Start Today. I appreciate that. So, yeah, some of these things when you put it up there, it's so tiny, even on my big screen, it's hard to tell. Like I said, I think Gunther should lose. Will he lose? I don't know. I think he retains. They usually don't lose titles on regular TV shows over pay-per-views. The pay-per-views is where they lose. Usually the pay-per-views is where it's changed. All right. The next, New Day go head-to-head with Drew McIntyre and Matt Riddle. Interesting. You got good guys going against good guys. Doesn't happen that often. Let me move this up so you can see it. There we go. New Day go head-to-head. And now New Day is now, if you know, Big E is done. He's not been cleared to wrestle. He's not wrestling anymore. So it's just Kofi Kingston and why am I forgetting his name? Come on. Bring it to me. This guy. Oh, yeah, there we go. Xavier Woods. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, I always forget his name. Kofi, he's been forever. Drew and Matt Riddle. Obviously, Matt Riddle was Randy Orton's partner, but Randy's been hurt. He's been out, so it's going to be Drew. And my guess they're going for the tag team. They're doing some tag team things so they can do something with Owens and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. That's right, Sami Zayn. They're the title holders. They took it away a couple of months back. Excuse me. So yeah, that should be interesting. That's not on now. That'll be on at 9 o'clock or even at 10 o'clock. And then the last one, which probably already happened, I'll have to go back. Shinsuke Nakamura with the reveal of what he said to Seth Rollins at the end of last week's Raw. This is a weird thing with Shinsuke's always been the weird one. He's always been the, he's with the moves and his walk in, and I mean, hell, look at he's squinting his eye. I don't know truly what it's gonna be if what angle they're going on. I'm curious, is it going to be a good one that we can follow or something cheesy like, I don't know, anything WCW did. Anyway, so let me get off of that. And now movies coming to a theater near you or your TV. I've been streaming a lot. Over the last couple of days, I've streamed Superman and Lois, this first season from back in 2020 or 2021, the newer one that from the CW. So I've been watching that. I actually binged the first season and I'm in season 2. What else do I binge? I binged Game of Thrones. I'm on season 1, episode 10. Marvelous Miss Maisel. I think we've done 3 of the 4 seasons. We're still Beth and I, we have to sit down and watch. That's one of our shows that we watch. So these are some ones more that I'm going to be adding to what I watch. Okay, so the Pod Generation came out in theaters. Now, I'm a big fan of Emilia Clarke, and honestly, almost anything she does, I want to watch. Yes, Game of Thrones, if you know her, Emilia Clarke. She's what she is on Game of Thrones. Cheadle Ejiofor, you know him from Doctor Strange. He's the good guy who becomes a bad guy. Not, I didn't mean to give anything away, but if you didn't see the first Doctor Strange, that's on you, not me. So it's a couple are about to become the ultimate detached parents, raising their unborn child in an artificial womb that exists outside the body. Wow, total fictional. Oh wait, this might not be fictional in 20 or 30 years. Anyway, so Clark and Ejiofor star in this sci-fi comedy that premiered at Sundance earlier this year. That's on my to watch list. Abso-freaking-lutely. The Last Voyage of Demeter. No, I'm not interested in that. But that is obviously big horror film. So if you're a horror fan, this is the movie for you. And it's on. Oh, it's in theaters. I'm sorry, it's in theaters. Okay, next. Medusa Deluxe on Digital Friday. So this A24 single take whodunit goes down during a hairstyling competition. Yeah, that doesn't sound something I'd watch. This came out on the 11th. Let's see what's next. This just came out in the theaters, and I so want to see this. A new DC film called Blue Beetle. I believe it's DC. I don't think it's Marvel. It might be Marvel. But I'm gonna get killed by people who are DC and Marvel people. But it's whoever this guy is. Don't know. Zolo. I can't go up. Zolo Maraduena appears as Jamie Reyes, a teenager whose destiny is forever changed after an alien relic chooses him as its symbol host. Yep, I'm game for that. I love that fantasy stuff. Love it. So I'll be looking to see that and talk about that. Strays. You know what? I just lost a cat. Probably not watching that. I'm not watching a dog movie. No dog movie, no cat movie anytime soon. Although it does star Will Ferrell, Jamie Foxx, Isla Fisher, and Randall Park. So that does sound interesting. You know, if someone wants to talk to me about that, I'm okay. I can listen to it. This might be interesting on MGM Plus, which I don't have, so I'll probably be having to buy it or rent it off of something else. I think I remember this guy. He was on. Yeah, it says if you love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which I did. I loved Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the 3 seasons it did. And the 1 season that went into an incursion or whatever the heck they called it. It's a Warlord Chronicles series. Okay. It sounds like fun. It's drama. It's Game of Thrones-ish. Next, I think this is the one I wanted to see. No, that's not it. This is the one I want to see and cannot wait till Wednesday. Ahsoka. Yeah, I said it right. Ahsoka. Premieres on Disney Plus, I think, tomorrow night. That's actually incorrect, August 23rd. It came out on X or Twitter, however you say it, that this was coming out on Disney Plus tomorrow night at 6 p.m. 2 episodes, just 2, but that's fine. That's what they usually do. Always start with 2. It's set after the fall of the Empire. Former Jedi Ahsoka Tano investigates the emerging threat to the vulnerable galaxy. This 8-episode series. Oh, so it's 8 episodes, not 6. They've been doing a lot of 6 episodes. Written by whoever, brings together fan favorites from Star Wars Rebels and continuing the stories of Sabine Wren, Ezra Bridger, and Chopper. More good news for fans. It was announced as Star Wars Celebration that David Tennant and Lars Mikkelsen would be reprising their Clone Wars and Rebels roles as Droid Huang and Grand Admiral Thrawn, respectively. And, of course, stars, if you don't know who she is, Rosario Dawson. Now, if you don't know Rosario Dawson, go watch Clerks or go watch anything not Jason. Wow, I did not take my Prevagen. I haven't taken it in a little bit. This is not helping with my head. So whoever did Clerks, if you saw Clerks, she was in 1, she was in 2. I think she's the mother of Jason Mewes' baby, if I'm correct. I could be wrong. That's Elizabeth from American Pie. Yeah. So that's a go to. I will be talking about that hopefully next week. I cannot wait for that. We got 3 more. Gran Turismo. You know what? That looks good. They've been major promotion for this, but that looks really good. If you can see it in the theater, do it. I'm probably going to wait for it to come out on Amazon or something. I cannot wait to see it. It looks action packed, and I hope the storyline. And David Harbour. I mean, a lot of people know him from Stranger Things. I know him from when he was on as Scarlett Johansson's father or father figure in her movie in the Marvel universe, which is blah in my head. Anyway, but David Harbour was in that too, and that's how I know David Harbour. But he's an interesting character as the lead guy. Orlando Bloom is in this too, if you know him from Pirates of the Caribbean. And Jimon Hansu, also from Marvel Universe, he was a character in Guardians mostly. All right, I think that's it. There it says there's 2 more bottoms. I don't think it says comedy. I love comedies, but that doesn't look like something I want to watch. And One Piece, based on Japan's biggest selling manga series. The live-action One Piece adaptation follows Monkey D. Luffy, a young adventurer who sets off from his small village on perilous journey to become the king of the pirates and find the legendary fabled treasure called One Piece. So for fans of Mayumi Tanaka, who has voiced Monkey D. Luffy for over 2 decades, and the rest of the original cast will return to lend their voices to the Japanese dub. Well, if you love manga, this is for you. So my daughter, my stepson Nate, you love manga. You know that you probably know One Piece. If you don't, look it up. This might be something that be for you guys. All right, I'm gonna get off of this for now, and something serious. So, in South Jersey, I gotta lift this up. My chair just went down. Hold on a second. Having chair difficulties. There we go. And I get a new chair because it couldn't fit. So I got this chair. Yay me. Anyway, so South Jersey, there's a big wildfire. It doubled in size this morning. Reaching 1,200 acres as of 4 p.m. Yesterday. No, today. Oh, so this article came out hours ago. So 40% of the fire has been contained, according to state officials. Crews have been making progress, quote unquote, since the fire was first reported early Sunday evening. The blaze has been burning around Jackson Road and the shuttered Atco Dragway in Waterford Township. But the containment area expanded into Medford and Chemung in Burlington County. So to everybody out there, stay safe. I have friends down in the Little Lake Harbor. I have family in the Burlington area. Beth has, Beth's ex-husband's in the Burlington area. Stay safe, everybody. This is not something we're dealing with this all over the country, obviously, so my heart is out to everybody, please stay safe. At this time, the Department of Public Safety are standing ready to support the state. They fight this wildfire in Waterford. Wow. The fire has reached 200 acres as of Sunday night, grew to 600 as of 10 a.m. this morning. My God. I'm wondering how, with my fire family, is Monmouth County, Ocean County, are they there? I'm wondering, at some point, will they be there? And that's, I have a fire family background. I'm the one who didn't become the fireman, and most of my friends and family are aware of this. Obviously, it was never my thing. But I have deep respect for what these men and women do. So everybody, please try to stay safe. And hopefully this gets contained as fast as possible. So I wanted to show this, and I know this is not necessarily everybody knows this, but this hit home a little bit with there were murders of council women and men, people in the state over like early in the year. Well, as of today, Rashid Ali Bynum will make his appearance in Middlesex County Court on August 28th, which he will be arraigned. Which will be arraignment. He's indicted for this woman's murder. Her name, Eunice Dumfour. She's 30 years old. I mean, this was sickening when I heard about this. Oh, it would be helpful if I changed it. Okay, there we go. So, I'm not putting this guy's face on my page. He's listed. With her, at the very least, it's a memoriam that, this woman who did great things for what, the Sabreville area for the time that she did, even, these politicians, some of them, obviously not all of them, they're not all the greatest, but this one, from everything I've read, she was always doing something well. I got 2 comments here. I need up dog. I need an up dog. Okay. Start today. You're gonna have to tell me what an up dog is. I'll Google it later, but yeah, you have to tell me what an up dog is. Go on Facebook. Go on. Look up my name, Charles K. West Jr. Go look up my name. Let me know there, because I have no idea what an up dog is. So this man, 29 years old, indicted by the Middlesex County Grand Jury. Good for them. On first-degree murder, 2 counts of second-degree illegal gun possession. They found this guy in Portsmouth, Virginia, on May 30th, and it took a little time to extradite him back to New Jersey. But hopefully we got our guy for this. This slaying was insane. I don't truly understand why people do this, and we're still having to deal with this, honestly. He commented back. Let's see. Nothing much, you. I'm an up dog. Okay. Yeah. I'll have to look up that meaning. I've been called a lot of things. Up dog is definitely an interesting one. I don't know. So we got birthdays today. Getting to that. A few friends of mine that I've known through the years. Charles Kakuza, when I lived in Union Beach, he was a politician, still a politician. He might even be the mayor right now, for all I know. He's 51 today. Sunshine, Brian, I remember her. Sorry, I'm opening my soda. So, Sunny, we called her Sunny. I met her through a friend of mine, Jim, and that's how I knew her. I mean, who? Tell me anybody out there who has a friend named Sunny. Sunny, and she's not a wrestler. So, from all you WWE fans, you know who I'm talking about with Sunny. And I won't go into what I saw with that. That's maybe for another day. Another comment from my buddy, Start Today. I love your show. Keep it up. I appreciate that, Start Today. I appreciate that. You just get more of your buddies to watch me. I'm telling you, I need all the help I can get. And I'd love to get back to not back to, but get up to more followers, Start Today. I appreciate you following me. So, and he starts today. Let me know when your birthday is. I'll shout you out too. So, and also, by the way, she was from my CBA days. I'm not sure how many people know what CBA is. If you're not from the New Jersey, Monmouth County area, CBA, Christian Brothers Academy. I know there's a lot of Christian Brothers academies, but the one in Lincroft is the one I went to, and the one people know me from, and I know Sunny from there. She's 47 today. She only a month and a half older than me. My birthday's coming up. And John Cepoloni from my days at McDonald's, my first job. We'll get into that one day. What was your first job of all people? I'm curious to find out. My first job, I worked at the Eatontown McDonald's, and John Cepoloni was one of my managers. John Cepoloni, happy birthday. You're 49 today. And I'm going to get off of this and also to my darling fiance. And we celebrated her birthday on Saturday. It was her birthday. She is now 2 years older than me, but that's only for another month and a half. So I love you dearly, Beth. Happy birthday. You were the light of my life. I'm glad you enjoyed dinner, and I'm glad you're still dealing with me on a daily basis. Anyway, okay, that's my that's my thing for that. So there are a couple celebrity birthdays. Usain Bolt, the fastest man in the world back in 2023, 2024, 2016, 15, 14, maybe even longer. Hayden Panettiere, if you know the TV show Heroes, or there's a TV show she did a little bit later. I can't remember it. It was a country TV show on ABC. But Hayden Panettiere turns 34. Damn, she's still young. Casey Musgraves, she's a country singer. She's one of the better ones, that are out there. She's 35 today. Mike Evans. I saw this guy and I found this interesting. It looks like start today went away. That's okay. I'm on an hour 6. So a little more on Mike Evans, who turns 30 today. I found this interesting. This man needs to be really propped. And he's got NFL records, 6 of them. Most consecutive seasons of 1,000 yards receiving to begin a career, 9. Youngest player to reach 7,000 career receiving yards. Youngest player to reach 6,000. Youngest player to have 5 seasons of 1,000 yards, 6 seasons of 1,000 yards. Youngest player to have with 200 or more games 200 or more yards in a game. At 21 years old, he had 200 yards. For fantasy guys back, let's see, that was year 21. So he was back in the late 20 teens. And he's got Buccaneer franchise records 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 franchise records. This guy's Mr. Buccaneer. Let's be real. And his Wikipedia even says he had a rough childhood. His mother gave birth to him when she was 14. She was physically abused by his father. Engaged by the abuse, his sister endured murdered. Oh my God, his mother was murdered. Jesus, this is insane. Evans and his wife have founded the Mike Evans Family Foundation back in December 2017. You know what? Good for him. That not only is he an amazing football player, and I'm going to have to look for him in my fantasy football. The man's had a life. He's going to have a book. Dude, guaranteed this man's going to have a book. It's just a matter of when. Okay, so off of that, got a couple more things to talk about. So birthdays of celebrities lost. You know what? I want to make this somewhat of a thing too, because there are people that we've lost that I want to remember. Will Chamberlain, we obviously know what he did. His birthday was today. We lost him in 1999. Princess Margaret, one of the princesses of the time, with obviously Queen Elizabeth, and her, if I'm correct, Margaret was her sister. Lost her in 2002. Sorry, 2002. Wow, I can't talk. And then Kenny Rogers, one of the better country singers, lost him in 2020. All right. No, I guess I didn't change that one, so I'll dump that. So lastly, like I said, and I've been talking about at the end of my podcasts, we're getting into the lower days of this. We're 17 days away from the start of week 1. 17 days. Not a lot of time. You got, if you want details for this pool, please email me, chazroyalt@gmail.com. It's a fun pool. I'll give you details through email. It's easier that way. I have everything already set up. The site poolhost.com, poolhost.com. It's a good site. I got 20 players confirmed. I'm hoping to get to close to 37. Well, I had last year, hopefully 40, maybe 50. If more people watch this, I'm going to push this on Facebook. I'm going to push this on Twitter. I'm going to push this on Snapchat. Hopefully someone sees this that is interested, that they've been looking for a game to play that's fun to play. And that's what this is. This is fun. The more people that are in it, the more people that possibly can get paid. It's absolutely fun stuff to watch every day. All right, so going back, this was an interesting show, to say the least. I know some people came in midway, but if you do want to see or hear more, just click subscribe on the button below in the right-hand corner. I did have a little snafu in the middle. I do apologize, but I think that had more to do with something I was running on one of my other sites I was trying to show. So, to exit, I hope everybody has a good week. Like I said, for the wildfire people in South Jersey, stay safe. And hopefully the Yankees can do something, please. Just show that you want to win. Going 3-3, 4-2 over the next 6 would be nice. Show something that you want to try, because what I just showed in the beginning doesn't show anything. I'm done. I will see everybody next week. We'll be, if I'm doing the math right, 10 days away. I will have already had my bowling meeting, which is this Thursday. So we're really getting down to the nitty gritty. Football's coming. Are you ready? Night. See you all in a week.